Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? My name is Tony Zano, and this is episode 156 of the universally loved, world's greatest podcast in two galaxies, Online Marketing Moves. We're coming to you live today from the great state of Georgia. It is December the 22nd, 2020. How are you doing today? It is Tuesday. We're getting close to Christmas. We're getting close to the end of the year, 2020. How many of you have New Year's resolutions? How many of you still write down New Year's resolutions? Me, myself, I gave that up when I was 25 because I realized from 18 to about 25, every year I would say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And every year I had the best intentions. I mean, I had, I'd be sitting there, December the 30th, like, you know what, this is the year I'm going to do this. And by January the 31st, I was already done with whatever I was going to do. So this is why, in October, if you go back and listen to the archives, older episodes, in October, I was very adamant about us starting to get momentum so we can go into the year 2021 very strong. So I was very adamant about writing down goals, creating content, all this kind of stuff. Because if you wait until a date or a certain time, it's like you probably will miss the mark. It's like, I'll give you a quick story. One time when I was a youngin', when I was in the Navy, and it was my first couple months being in San Diego, being away from home, because as you know, I'm straight out of the country in Missouri, a town of 3,000. There's not a lot of, you see the same people every day, so that's the mentality I had. So one of my first outings in San Diego, I saw a young lady who I thought was attractive, and I said, I should go talk to her. And I sort of hesitated, I sort of waited, and I said, you know what, I'll see her again, I'll get her number. And then it didn't really dawn on me until I got back, and then I sat there and I started thinking, because I thought about the girl, and I said, see her again. I said, how many people live in San Diego? So I actually, thought about it, and I said, San Diego has like 1 million people. Where in the bleep am I gonna see this young lady at again? I said, man, I can't believe I missed out on that. I missed out on getting her phone number, thinking I'm gonna see her again. This is the mentality I had. I was like, I'll see her again. I'm still fresh out of the town of 3,000 where you see the same people over and over and over. And I said, you know what? I'm never gonna let that happen again. So after that, if I saw somebody that I thought was cute or whatever, I would try to I would make the attempt right then and there. And it's sort of like that when we try to do these New Year's resolutions. It's like you go, I'm gonna wait till it's sort of like we'll use the classic one for an example, the most obvious one, losing weight. It was a couple years that I thought to myself, when I went home, when I was like 23, 24, I was working at the prison, and I started picking up some poundage. I was eating good, and it was Thanksgiving. I was like, you know what? January, I'm gonna start working out, man. I'm gonna start going to the YMCA. We had a YMCA down the street from where I live. So I'm gonna start working out, man. I'm gonna get into it, So I waited, ate pretty good for Thanksgiving, Christmas, eat. January 1st rolls around, I went to the gym. My brother had a gym membership, so I freeloaded off his. Went there a couple of days. By January about 6th, I was done. That was it. I said, enough of this working out BS. I'm done with it. I'm over this, So I waited a month to get started, and then started it up for 5 days, and that was it. No momentum, no anything. If I would have probably started working out in November, I probably would have kept going, and I would have had the chisel physique that I have now. No, I'm just kidding. But I would have got some momentum, and that's the whole thing. That's why in October I was very adamant about us, you and I, about writing down our goals, starting to create content, do this, do that, so you can pick up steam, you can gain steam. Because why wait on an ordinary day? If we haven't learned anything else from 2020, is tomorrow definitely is not promised. Okay, tomorrow you can get hit by a train, and then you'll be like, I should have started that thing yesterday. Who knows, But the point is, if you get a good idea, don't wait for New Year's, and definitely don't wait for this. I stopped the New Year's resolutions, and the thing that started wearing me out was I would have a good idea on Wednesday. You know what I would say? I would look myself dead in the face. I'd be in the mirror and I go, you know what? I'm gonna start on Monday. It's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 4 days. I'm skipping 4 days for my thought just to wait till Monday. And then Monday is the busiest day in my line of work. Like Monday, you always have a delivery in the morning. So in the morning, I'm distracted. And then in the afternoon, I'm like, I got to get out of here. I need another. And by the time Monday night rolls around, I'm tired from the day's events. If I would have started Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I would have picked up some steam. And that idea, I said, all right, I got to keep working on this idea. But it's Monday night. I'm already tired. I worked already. I'm like, forget it. Forget about it. So I had to cut out the Mondays, wait till Mondays, wait till New Year's, wait to, don't wait. You get an idea, come on, bring it. Get started, write down some notes, write down some ideas, write down some thoughts, figure out a plan, and then start it, Doesn't matter when you come up with it. If it's Christmas and you're sitting with your family, you think of an idea, just say, hey, Grams, mama, daddy, whoever, brother, hand me that piece of paper. I need to jot some ideas down real quick. Wherever you come up with the idea, make sure you write it down, jot it down. Don't forget it. Don't let it leave your brain. We've all had $1 million ideas. We just don't know it. But if you write them down, you never know. All right. And now we are going to talk about perception. See, no commercial break today. We are going to talk about perception and how you perceive things. Now, I'll give you 2 examples. One, I read this book and I went back and read it again. Influence, The Psychology of Persuasion by Robert, starts with a C, Giordani, something like that. You know what I'm talking about. But I went back and read the book again. And one part that is very eye-opener was the first part. There was a lady, she was selling jewelry, like costume jewelry or whatever. She was selling jewelry. She couldn't get rid of the jewelry, so she told one of her employees, she was going out of town, she wrote, half off, try to get rid of this stuff. The employee thought it said double the price. She doubled the price, and they sold out all the merchandise. What does that mean? Did the jewelry all of a sudden increase? Is it worth 2 times as much? Of course not. But the people from out of town, they thought, ooh, it's expensive. It's worth something. So people bought it just because it was more expensive than what it actually was. It's perception. It's why people go out and buy. You'll see people go out and spend, $600 on a watch, $800 on a watch. Does the watch cost $800? Maybe, probably not. But people, the first thing they would go, see my watch? Well, not everybody, but most people. They go, you see my watch? This watch cost me X amount of dollars. And it's like, oh, okay. People that buy things like things like that, they want to be perceived as kind of like a high roller. You know, they have a perception of themselves, and they want to project that perception off onto you. So it's crazy like that. Also, another perception that I read about. I got this book from the library called I Fatty. It's about Roscoe Arbuckle. He was a comedian in the 1910s to like 1920. He was one of the first people to make $1 million in movies. He's very famous. And then in 1921, he got accused of rape. He got accused of murder. And his career was never the same. He died like 12 years later. He had to go to court 3 or 4 times. By the time he was found innocent, it was too late. His reputation was damaged. It was skewed. He was never looked upon the same again. The perception of Roscoe was way different after the trial than before the trial. So it's like, you and I can walk out. You and I can walk out of here. You and I can walk out, and we can look at the sunset. You know, the sun can go up, and then we'll have two different stories about the sunset. We have 2 different perceptions. And now I say all that to say, how you perceive your business or how you perceive the goal that you are trying to do is sometimes, if you think of, it's sort of like, one day I called myself, I said, I got to work on my little, and I said, you know what? No, sir. I said, don't do that. You know, I don't think of my business as a little business. I think of my business, as a major business. I think of my business as, you know, just like whoever runs Walmart, they look at Walmart like that. That's how I look at my business. I look at my business as a big entity. I look at it as a big business that people just don't know yet. That's it. Don't short side yourself with the perception of, oh, I got this little business. I'm doing this little business. No. Don't do that. Because if you think about it, if you perceive it to be little, you'll treat it as little. If you perceive something as minor, you'll treat it as minor, you know. Don't do that. Don't have that perception of your business. Don't have that perception of you. Don't have that perception of anything. Don't treat things in your life as little. As, oh, I got this little business. It's like it's I don't know about you, but me, my family, we have people. Of course, you know, every family's kind of, for the most part, the same. We have these people that go, hey, cousin, you know, can I borrow $50, $100, $200, whatever the request is, you know? And you say, okay, and you give them the money, and then it goes months, and you say, hey, are you ever gonna, you might write them, or you might call them up, you say, hey, are you ever gonna give me my $100 you owe me? And it's funny, and this is not just family, but I'm using family members, but people, the first thing they'll say was, oh man, I'm gonna give you back your little $100, your little $100, your little $50, your little $200. It's like, now my money's little all of a sudden, like it's nothing. Like $100 to you is nothing. But you hounded me, you came to me, you borrowed the $100, you were so grateful to get my $100. Now when I want my $100 back, because it's been months, now it's little. You know, see how the perception changed. You know, all of a sudden, that $100 was the biggest thing to them. That $100 was like $1 million. Now all of a sudden it's little. Oh, I'll get you a little money back. This, that, and the other. So don't have a bad perception of your business, or your business will never get to where you want it to go. Don't think of that as little. Don't think of it as small. Don't think of it as a pain. Don't think of it as anything. Think of it as a great entity. Think of it in a very positive light, and you will see the positivity flowing throughout your business. Trust me, because I caught myself one day saying that. So I gotta do my little business. I gotta do my little, podcast. And it's like, no. Hell, this is the greatest podcast out, but people just don't know it yet. That's it. That's how I look at it. So don't have a negative perception about things, about your business, about your marketing, about your branding. Think big, think positive, and of course take action, and it will all work out for you. So that's it today. That's it for the podcast. All right. We will talk to you tomorrow. I hope. Also, before I get going, before I wrap this up, if you're gonna be driving on the highways and byways this holiday season, this Christmas season, this New Year's season, buckle up, be careful, and watch the weather, people, will you? Look at the Weather Channel, see the weather reports. They have a radio station that you can listen to weather wherever you're going. Listen to that. Maybe if you're flying, of course, still check the weather, because you don't want to be stuck at the airport all night. So check out the weather. They got weather on your phone. They got the weather apps. They got the Weather Channel. Just be careful out there, all right? I want all of us to be, healthy and strong and happy, in the year 2021, all right? But anyway, my name is Tony Rosano. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the podcast, and we will be back tomorrow with a brand new episode of Online Marketing Moves. But until then, take care of yourself. Also, if you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe to the podcast, rate, review, give us 5 stars, help out to the cause, all right? But until tomorrow, we will talk to you later. And as always, everybody, peace.